Date a respetar, saque el revólver. Sobre mujer. Bueno, ya no. Ahora sí. Métete pegando tiros. Pa, la verga. Bueno. Dame esto. El libro normal. Alguien está muriendo allá adentro. Depende de la situación y cómo es el tipo. Voy a saber o voy a decidir si... Sí, casualmente me... pero 23%. No me jodía la madre. Libros normales, un teclado, una carta. Colecciones del Valle Apaciente, segunda parte. Panel ha salido a comprobar el estado de la carretera para la próxima entrega y ha visto algunos de esos zumbados habladores de árboles, reveladores cerca de los pasos de la autovía que está y sale del valle. No estoy seguro de qué estaba haciendo, pero tenemos que estar atentos. Ok. Bueno. What the fuck. No mete la boca del lobo. No se preocupen, tengo antibióticos. Pinche gente. Una venda, otra venda. Yo no quiero vendas. Aguante el señor. Señor, ¿qué es lo que? Bueno, aguántate. Creo que no tendrá nada, ¿no?
I'll take it.
Es un poco de mala gente, ¿no? Lo que está haciendo. Pero bueno. Escuchando cómo están muriendo y yo aquí en la cocina buscando loot. ¿Qué más da? Ya perdí la poca vergüenza que tengo.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Bueno.
Perfect.
Eso me interesa. Es más, no soy tan culero. Voy a dejarle el piquero. Hola señora, lo tiene todo. ¿Qué pelo qué?
Oh, hello.
Hola.
Did you come from the crash site like the others? All the cots are taken, but you can sit by the fire and warm up a bit.
Crash site. How did you know about the...
The crash site. Don't you remember? Another one suffering from shock, maybe.
I crashed, but days ago, far from here.
No. You crashed yesterday. In the hills.
Colina.
A terrible crashing sound. I even heard it over the howling blizzard. Don't you remember?
Listen, I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. I crashed, but not here.
Oh, of course. Well, please stay and warm yourself by the fire until we can figure out where you belong.
What is this place?
This is the old community hall in Thompson's Crossing. We gathered people here when the weather started turning bad. 3 or was it 4 days ago? The houses became too cold, and it seemed better to bring everyone under one roof. Then yesterday, the crash survivors started showing up.
So, these people are all survivors of a crash?
Well, most of them, yes. There were maybe half a dozen people in and around the town site when the blizzard first hit. Over the past day or so, the rest have slowly arrived. Most of them from the crash site.
What crashed?
A passenger airliner, best I can tell. Most of the people who arrived were too weak to talk about it. But judging by the thundering sound and the size of the fire on the hills, whatever crashed up there, it must have been something big. Are you sure you don't remember the crash?
How long do you think this weather will last?
You're not from around here, are you? Whoever named this area Pleasant Valley had a pretty good sense of humor. We get some of the harshest weather on all of Great Bear.
But it's worse than usual?
Yes. Another storm blew through about a few weeks ago. The worst I've seen in years. Blocked the roads in and out. I'm afraid we're stuck here until the road's clear.
Will someone come to check on the town? Clear the roads so you can get out?
I don't think so. Not anymore. We'll have to wait for nature to take its course.
But what will happen to all these people?
Honestly, I'm not sure. We're down to our last food. We can melt snow for water, but that will only get us so far. And this time of year, there's always another blizzard around the corner. Things might be different if the power hadn't gone out. The best thing we can do is try to keep these people warm and fed, and then we'll see what the Lord has in store. You seem disoriented, but you're in much better shape than the others.
¿Y sí?
Maybe you can help us.
¡Claro, a huevo!
Doc,
Aunque le hago un cuchillo.
I can have a look at the survivors and see how to help them.
That sounds like a good place to start. Once you've had a chance to check on them, come back, and we can try to figure out what can be done for them.
Bueno. Ahora mento de la verga, que van a haberle robado algo. A ver, señores. ¿Está bien? No me quemo con la bala por... Sí, sí. No me deja cliquearla, así que no sé. Era aquí está.
Let's see what's wrong here.
73%. Hipotermia. No me jodas que es por... ¡Dios mío!
Easy. Just gonna see if I can help.
Insulina. No tengo insulina, acabo de conseguir insulina. Ok.
I'm gonna check you over.
Este no necesita tratamiento. Solamente uno necesita tratamiento. Ok.
This might be serious.
Deshidratación. Tengue su madre, tómate toda mi agua si quieres.
Get some rest now. You need it. Easy. Just gonna see if I can help.
Me falta uno. Insulina.
I'm gonna check you over.
Hipotermia, ok. ¿Me tienen por aquí los silena? Están pelados entonces. A ver, insulina por aquí. La mesa no tiene ni madre.
Hope nobody needs this anymore. I've had a look at the survivors. Most are in fairly good condition given the circumstances.
These were the lucky ones. You'll find the ones who were less fortunate in the basement. May God take mercy on their souls. They died from their injuries, or were found dead. We put them downstairs to keep the bodies cold. And also, well, there are wolves around, you see.
Yes, I've seen them. I think I can find
Inmortal, los hijos de la verga.
most need, but there is a diabetic in the group. They're gonna need insulin and soon. Do you know where I might find some?
That's bad news. No, I don't.
This survivor has type 1 diabetes. That
Bueno,
means their
tipo
body
1.
can't produce insulin. If they don't get it, they'll eventually go into shock and probably die.
Well, then we need to find some. And soon, before the blizzard becomes too powerful to even risk going outside. I need to remain with the survivors, minister to them. But you can go and look for the medicine they need.
I will. Any suggestions you have would be very useful.
Most of the surrounding houses will be empty, but you may find some of the minor supplies you need to treat the survivors. The diabetic came in from the plane crash a day, maybe 2 days ago. So your best chance to find their insulin will probably be to find their luggage at the crash site.
How will I know which luggage is theirs?
You'll have to search everything you find and hope for the best.
Okay. You keep an eye on everyone, and I'll be back as soon as I can.
Thank you for your help. One more thing.
Yes?
Many of these survivors are in bad shape. From the crash, it's true. But I've seen this sort of thing before. People need hope to survive. And if they can't have hope, they need some closure. People here, many of them weren't traveling alone. They're broken-hearted, worried sick about their loved ones, feeling guilty. Why did they survive when others didn't? You can help them find some closure. But chances are searching the crash site won't be a pleasant experience.
I've seen death before.
Yes, you're a doctor, so you understand the fragility of human life. The fragility of the human spirit is more my domain. For the ones who've lost loved ones, if you can bring them some closure, that will help to start their healing process.
Yes, it's well known that the mind and body are inextricably linked.
If you encounter any artifacts, any information that would help to identify those who did not survive the crash, that information might be a salve to these poor broken souls. Then perhaps they'll have a chance to face tomorrow.
I'll do what I can to find IDs, documents, anything that can help identify the people who didn't make it.
In turn, take this, my child.
Oh, I'm not religious. Please, keep it.
It's not for you. Please, humor me.
I don't understand.
At least until I can minister to those souls myself. having you carry this rosary while you investigate the crash site, it would bring an old priest some comfort. It will be the closest thing to my being able to pray for them.
I mean, no disrespect, Father, but do you really believe this will help?
Perhaps in the end, faith is all we have.
¡Café! ¡Café es lo último que se pierde! Claro que... Perdón, te pisé. What?
So, you're still alive?
So far, yeah. But there are people in town who won't be if I don't get going.
You heading up to the plane crash?
How'd you know that?
You risked your life to come here to help some sick people. You came to help me when I was stuck in the barn. You're a doctor. You're not going to leave a bunch of crash survivors to die in the cold.
I would like to help the crash victims, yes.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. A few days in this weather and with the wolves prowling? Doubt you'll find anyone alive out there.
Let's hope you're wrong.
Yeah, well, I left you a little present.
Look, I'm not sure.
Relax. You have to trust someone, right?
Would you trust someone with a dead body in their basement?
Fair point. But if you want to live, check out the trunk of that blue sedan over by the swing set.
Well, okay. Thanks, I guess.
Watch out for those wolves.
Maletín que está regalo de... A ver qué cosa me va a dar. Tengo un saco ya, ¿no? 86% este.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
87 lo mismo. Tengo muchas cosas que encontrar.
What? Hey, that can't be good.
What? A ver, la manada de lobos grises tiene un nivel de moral que se indica con un medidor. Puedes romper la moral de los lobos disparándoles o lanzándoles cosas. La manada con la moral rota, huida, pero puede volver una vez que se recupere. Sácate el pistero. ¡Vale, putos! ¡Vaya! ¡Te dispara, mujer! Uy, no lo veo. Déjalo aquí en la esquinita para que sepa dónde son los cartuchos. Ahora tengo que lidiar con la moral de unos putos lobos, Dios mío. ¿Será que no tengo que ir? No sé, la verdad. No tengo ni madre. Está su presente, su regalo. Ah, maleteo del coche. ¿Dónde está el coche tú? Este coche no tiene maletero. Coche azul, este es un coche azul. ¿Será aquí? No. Y ponlo lobo, así quién sabe. A lo mejor será el coche azul que quise lootear pero no pude. Y quién sabe la verdad. ¿Será ese? Ah, ese es el gran. ¿O no?
Some more help from Molly. Let's hope these work.
Chingo de bengalas. Bengalas marinas. Yo no sé si ir ahí. Yendo para allá entonces. Parece que lo más sensato va a ser ir de noche. Porque de día hay ventisca. A esta casa de sur. ¡Qué cabrón! Horda de lobos. Tiene que curar gente. Cada una individualmente. Depende su malestar. Y aparte, va a haber chingada. ¿Cómo se llama? Avalanchas. No, pues cabrón. De verga vas a hacer entonces. Todo derecho. Dame esta piedra porque tengo que cazar un conejo. Está aquí mero. Y ahí está. Ah, no, es un... Ah, mira, ahí está, creo el cuerpo. ¿Es un cuerpo o...? Sí.
So brutal.
Se lo flecharon a la burger. Thank you.
I think I can use this.
Hay botas de... Lata de uva. Nota. A ver, nota de recluso. Hay algo ahí fuera que nos está dando caza. No lo he visto venir, aunque hemos despistado a los maderos cerca de la carretera. Abran bien los ojos. No saldremos de aquí. Si no, no salgo de aquí.
Here.
Este fue lo último, ¿no? Me falta el otro. Está hasta donde Cristo. Dios mío. Vale.